Okay. So, I apologize. Yes, I am back. I'm finally back. Sorry about that. Okay. So I'm just going to get started. Nobody's in there yet.
Dude. Are you already loaded?
Yeah. Let me make a fresh cup real quick. I had to scale down my resolution. I made some changes to my video card and well,
Boots. Yeah, how do you like it? How do you like it? What do you want? You see this?
yeah.
Eh.
What? Cramping?
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Well, put him down and go lay down.
I am. I just. Oh, 1 second.
So I'm really sorry about that. Um, I made some changes to my video driver, i.e., downloading a new driver, and it apparently backfired on me. So I'm sorry about that. Sorry about the wait. I know there were quite a few of you in here, and well, let's get started. I know I don't really have anybody in here right now. Um, Sweetheart, if you want to message Amanda, tell her we are live now. Uh, and my mom, then get people back in here. So, okay. So, I am doing this bacon ranch stuffed chicken. I'm just going to get right to it because it took me so long getting set up. Which I didn't mean to happen. Yes, I'm sure. I I had to scale down my resolution. Earlier, I um, had uh, downloaded a new video driver, thinking it was going to help things get even better, and I was wrong. So I'm going to do this bacon chicken, or sorry, bacon cheddar ranch stuffed chicken. But what I'm doing as well on the side is some teriyaki mixed veggies. And I'm going to get those marinating right now. So while I'm doing the chicken, um, they're all nice and marinated and I can just cook them. So I have this bag of California stir fry mix, but it's broccoli, snow peas, carrots, and stuff like that. It's broccoli, snow peas, and carrots. And that's not going to be enough to feed us, so I also have this bag of broccoli cauliflower saute kit. I'm just kind of use what's in it as well. Yeah, it looks good. It's got these other things in it as well. I'm not going to use those. So I have this. Where it went? There it is. Bottle of garlic teriyaki marinade, and we're going to try it out. Yeah, Kinsey, I cook, hon. I cook a lot. This is our first time using this teriyaki garlic marinade, and I'm just going to kind of toss it in there. We really like teriyaki, and we're going to try it and see how it is. And just kind of move it around in there, get that marinating, get all nice flavors in those veggies. Okay. So this is different than what I normally use for veggie mix. We usually use the frozen California mix. Try not this out this time. So when I get started on my chicken, I've already got my oven preheated to 375. I'm going to get my knife out here. Now this takes, it seems really simple. Cream cheese. I've had it out sitting so it's nice and soft. Uh, Ashley found this recipe on some it's an app called TikTok, and the guy did it real quick, just kind of in spurts, and kind of shows you the end result. But he kind of shows you, it's just a little video thing. Shows you how to do it as well. He doesn't give you really any measurements of like the seasonings, but it tells you what goes in it. I'm going to take my best guess. So it's 2 packages of cream cheese, or 16 ounces. Yeah, no, that would be not a good idea to take home morphine. Okay. So there's that. The only thing about cream cheese when it's soft is it's hard to come out of the package. Okay, and then you take open the package. Just a little cut there. You take a cup of cheddar cheese. If you like a stronger cheese flavor, get sharp cheddar. We generally get mild cheddar. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is, the version that she saw did not add bacon to it, but I had this pre-cooked bacon in the fridge, and we love bacon. So I've never actually had pre-cooked bacon from the store. I've never eaten it. So I'm gonna try me a piece. It's Oscar Mayer brand, so it's name brand. Not bad. It tastes like bacon. I'm just gonna kind of slice it up. I don't think I'm gonna really need any more than that right there. Maybe a little more. Go on. Leave her alone. Yeah. I think I'm gonna munch on some bacon while I'm cooking. Sounds good. Diamond? Yeah. Oh, I may need some coffee. I need to fix this first. Sorry, guys. There we go. Okay. So just gonna add that to the mix. And then here comes the ranch part. If I can got this thing of ranch seasoning. Toss that in there. And that gives you the chicken bacon ranch part. It all wants to come out. Come on. Don't you love how the powdered stuff gets everywhere? Like, okay. So, let's mix that up. So the cream cheese isn't as soft as I'd like, but and that's why I wear something over my shirt. I want this as incorporated as I could get. I'll let that set a minute. Need a little bit more bacon, because you can never eat enough bacon, right? Oh, I forgot my dash. Worcestershire sauce. About a spoon. Gonna mix that up in there too. I don't want to break my wooden spoon. It's very thick. So but it looks really good. It smells good. Okay. So I'm going to set that to the side for just a minute. And then kind of, let's set that under a little heating. I have an area on my stove. You guys do too if you have an electric stove, where the heat will come out. It's like a little vent. It's right under, on my stove, it's right under the left-hand side on the back. Get a little warmth, kind of get that cream cheese melted a little more. Okay. Hey, Mo Man, what's up, buddy? Got my man just munching on bacon. Okay. So, I'm going to get my seasonings together. I went and got Montreal chicken seasoning flavoring. It's really good stuff if you've never had it on your chicken. And I want a very liberal amount. So I'm going to put a half a tablespoon. A little more than that. I'll put a whole tablespoon. Okay. Very fragrant. Very good. I want to take, and you can use sea salt, whatever kind of salt you want to use. If you like nice, good flavor. I'm going to use just regular table salt. I'm going to use about half a tablespoon. And then we use onion powder, garlic powder, which I use a lot. I'm going to use about half a tablespoon of each. Okay. Excuse me. And use some paprika, which I'm going to use about half a tablespoon of that as well. Gives it a nice color. And some pepper. Now I don't, this is about all the pepper I have, so I'm going to have to end up getting more, but I can take it out of my pepper shaker. Not a big deal. I'm going to use about that same amount. You want to be kind of even with your amounts for something like this. And like I said, this is my first time doing this, so I'm just going to use my finger. My finger's clean. All these seasonings mixed together, can't really. Gives it a really good color, mix of colors. See that? So oh, I love bacon. coffee. Sorry, guys. So we're going to be doing some renovations within the next couple months. And I've got lots of good plans for this house and for the kitchen. The kitchen's going to look totally different. So, what I'm going to do, now that I got my seasonings together, I got my mix together, I'm going to take a drink of coffee. Gotta love coffee. Okay, so looks pretty mixed up. Okay, before I open the thing of chicken, gloves. I always like to be sanitary when I can. So I'm gonna finish up my couple little tiny pieces of bacon here again. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll make your hot cocoa for you. Um, but you have to come out and get it because I'm getting ready to slice into some chicken. So we got this pack of chicken breasts, and kind of confused me a little bit when Ashley said, "Let's do this for dinner," because she doesn't like chicken breast. So I want to make it, see how it turns out, and kind of go from there. I want to make 4. I'll do 5, just in case. Just in case we like them. So what I want to do is I'm going to try to shave off some of this fat here. Kind of odd part of the chicken. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pocket inside this chicken breast. I'm going to go from the thicker side, and I'm going to go in between. I'm going to go into the middle of the meat, and I'm just going to slice, trying to make a pocket without cutting it open. You know, you want to like kind of go back and forth with each side. That way you know you're not going outside of it. Okay, so now what I've done is, it's a pocket all the way inside. So now I'm going to be able to put my filling inside the chicken. I want it closest to the edges as possible, but be very, very careful because your knife is going to be really sharp. Okay, so I got one. Now, if you have one that's kind of like this, it looks like it's kind of weird, you want to go to as much to the top side of the chicken breast as you can. So, again, be very, very careful that you don't slice your hand open or fingers open. And then just kind of open that pocket up. Take your fingers in there. And really open it up in the middle. Okay, so I think I've got this one pretty well done. Nice pocket in there, which my finger's coming out of. Oh. Okay. And again, you want to go on the fat side, the thicker side. Stick your finger, go in, make sure you've opened it up a lot. If you haven't, you can kind of wiggle your finger around and it'll tear that chicken in there. Nice pocket. And the thinner they get, if you get some really thin ones, you got to be really careful. You can still do it. But this is how you stuff a chicken breast. It doesn't matter what you're going to stuff it with. You could stuff it with stuffing. You could stuff it with really anything. Ham and cheese. You could stuff it like what I'm using, like bacon and cheddar and all that stuff. Okay, my last one. Get that off. This one's a pretty thick one, so gonna be easy. See, nice pocket in there. Okay, okay. Okay, so now that I got my chicken all opened up, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my mixture. My hands are going to get so messy with this, but this is the fun part of it, you know? So what I'm going to do beforehand is I'm going to get out my baking sheet rack. Here we go. If you have a broiler pan, that works. Just something to set the chicken on. So that you have a place to go with it. Now, like, my hands are gloved, so I'm just going to use my hands for this. You can use a spoon. I'm going to cup of coffee first before I start. Okay, so I'm going to mix this up even more with my hand. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one chicken breast at a time. I'm going to put my thumb inside that pocket that I created. Actually, my whole hand, as much as I can. I want to make this as mushy as I can, and taking it and kind of running it through your fingers is going to do that. It's going to warm that cream cheese up and make it really pliable. Okay, so I'm going to just take like a ball. And I'm just going to kind of start putting it in there. A small ball of it at a time. It's very sticky. And you take your finger and you just push it so it fills those crevices. Now, if you have one that kind of opened up or you slid it or whatever, you can even take your finger and just kind of push that filling in there even more through that little slit. Push that back down. Works. Yeah, it's very much like surgery. It is. It really is. This is almost the consistency of like Play-Doh. So, that's what I'm gonna do with that one. Make sure it's all in there. I want to make sure I have enough for all 5. Just kind of stuff it in there. I did a video with stuffed shells a while back. It's the same almost concept. I mean, just take a filling, stuff it in there, and bake it. This is filling them up quite a bit. So, the hole. Okay, that one's good. Now, in the video, he said he did 4. That's why I'm being a little bit conservative with the filling. But whatever I have left, and it looks like I'm going to have quite a bit left, but really, really stuff them full. And again, I added bacon to mine, so it made a little bit more filling. Made it a little thicker too. So, but who doesn't love bacon, you know? I mean, if you can't put bacon in something, it's not worth eating. That's how I feel about bacon. Like, well, I may have to take a little bit out. The one I just overstuffed. See, for something like this, gloves are almost must. Okay. Well, definitely let you know how it tastes here as soon as it's done. Okay. Find the pocket. There we go. Like I said, this is almost like a clay or putty consistency to this. So, yeah, I want to take a little bit out of one of these. Yeah, that one. Looks good. Just make sure I have enough. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Now you don't want to like have it pouring out because when you cook it, that cream cheese is going to melt and ooze and stuff like that. So be a little conservative with it. But okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to place them on my rack. Okay. So, got this out of the way. That. Okay, so I'm gonna wash my gloves off one more time. Getting the major stuff off though. Okay, so I'm gonna get that under hot water. That way it's not gonna stick to the pan. So now I'm gonna take my seasonings. I'm just gonna kind of liberally put them on top. I'm going to sprinkle the bottom. And then when I sprinkle the bottom, I'm going to stand them up. Because, again, that seasoning, that filling is going to ooze out a lot. So I want to stand them up if I possibly can. And that's going to help a lot of airflow around the chicken as it's cooking anyway, so it's going to help it cook faster. And I made a lot of seasoning, but I can always, put a lid on it and use the seasoning for other stuff. That's why I'm not like going ballistic with it. Okay. No, I'm not going to do either, really. As long as they all stand up here, which looks like they will. I mean, you don't even have to stand them up. He didn't. It's just something I want to do to see if it'll, make cooking easier or and making it so that it doesn't ooze all out. You know, it works. So now, again, the oven's preheated to 375. I'm going to very carefully, so they don't fall, put them in the middle of my oven. That's going to cook for about 45 minutes. So, in the meantime, I'm going to get these other free chicken breasts wrapped up and in the fridge. Food safety. I want to keep it cool. Keep them at the proper temperature. And yes, I am food safety certified. Now, I get to take my gloves off. Yes, they do look. They look really good. They smell good. Yeah, it's what we do a lot. So now that my vegetables have been marinating for a bit, um, I'm going to take Actually, I need to wash my bowl, my pot out. Doesn't take much to do. Now all I'm going to do, I'm going to heat my pan up. Oh, one thing I forgot to do with the chicken. It's not a huge deal. I can always do it now. Melt some butter down real quick. I'll take them out, that way I can do this right. Sorry, I forgot a step. Okay. Melted some butter down. And I'm going to pour it on top. This one, because it's kind of falling over. Okay. 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 So now it's in the oven. Oh, it's really good, huh? Okay, so now to my veggies. Um, I'm going to, if I can find it. Add a little bit of oil to my pot. Not much. Actually, let it cool back down because those chicken breasts have a little while to cook. So in the meantime, I'm gonna let those cook for a little bit, and then I'm gonna get the veggies on. Um, it's not bad. I tried one of these one brand protein bars. This one's blueberry cobbler, and to me, it's actually really good. Um, they have several different flavors. Like they have maple glazed donut, and like this one has 1 gram of sugar and 20 grams of protein, um, and 10 grams of fiber. It says 24 grams of carbs. So the way you do it, the way you figure whether it's good or not for you, is you minus you, you take the amount of fiber away from the carbs. So like there's 10 grams of fiber, it would make it only 14 grams of carbs. I mean, that's how we were told to figure whether or not um, it's okay to eat type thing. And it's actually really good for you. And it's sorry, my iPad's being a little bit screwy. It's dying. There we go. It's not one thing, it's another. You forgot you were washing. Okay. Yeah, I work tomorrow. I'll go in at 2, which is 3 your time. That's actually really good. Okay, so I'm gonna have a cigarette while I'm not. Let me find my. I'd lose my head if it wasn't attached. Oh no, no. Okay, never mind. I thought I saw the wrong name to that for a second. I was looking at this and thought it was my mom asking me for a second. Okay, so I want to start my timer for about 30 minutes. Okay. Yeah, well, you make me laugh too, Amanda, so you've had your blonde moments as well. Yeah, it is true. So is my lighting any better? I mean, does the kitchen look brighter? Okay, good. I a multi-purposed light we're not using anymore. No, my volume's not up, so Google can't hear you. Even if these lights did go out, that light over there is still on. Hey Google, turn on the living room lights. Hey Google, turn off all the lights.
Okay, turning off four
See, I
lights.
still got light. Hey Google, turn on the kitchen light.
Okay, turning on kitchen light.
Really?
I shut the light off on in the bedroom on Ashley. Oh, your lights went off? She's. Oh, jeez. uh, okay, so I'm going to start on these veggies. Oh, you heard that all the way from back there, huh? Oh, so I got oil in the pot. I'm gonna let that heat up. I'm gonna let it get nice and hot. Yeah, that's one really cool feature is that you can broadcast from one room to another if you have, I mean, like from your phone to, or even anywhere. Like if you're out and about or something, and there's somebody at home that you need to send a quick message to, so you know they get it. Um, you can broadcast to your like home speaker. That's really cool. So I'm letting my oil get nice and hot, and then I'm going to put my vegetables in. Here in a couple of minutes, I'm going to um, spoon some more butter over the chicken breast. The way they stay nice and moist on the outside. I mean, it's the only way to really do that. They're looking really good. Pretty, yeah. This early, really? Good luck to you. That's all I have to say. Oh, that's early. Okay. So now that that's nice and hot, well, it's not going to be me that you video because you never video me. So, okay, so I'm getting. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take these veggies, my nice hot oil. Bowl's almost too big to fit. I'm just going to let them cook. I'm going to stir them quite often because that bottom of that pan is really hot. And it's almost like stir frying them. I just don't have a wok. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. I almost forgot about those. That's one thing I was going to add in there. I forgot. We got some baby portobello mushrooms. I almost forgot. Thanks for reminding me. So I'm going to run these through a strainer real quick. Find my strainer. There it is. Just going to rinse them off. Toss those right in there. So what I'm going to do is, because there's a lot of juice in this, I'm going to actually cook these um, until a lot of that juice is gone. Or so that it's nice and thick. I'm going to blind you guys with the top of my head. See that brightness right there? Come on, guys. So, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a spoon. Actually, I have maybe somewhere in here. I don't. I thought I had my basting syringe, but it must have gotten tossed out, or it's somewhere else. So these are looking really good. I'm actually going to check the temperature of them. Not quite. I'll get your thermometer right in the middle of them. So, yeah, take a spoon. All that. That's not going to work too well for me. I'll just stuff the contents back in there. Okay. Okay. So a lot of water is boiling out of these veggies. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of that out. And that's just, I'm going to take a strainer. And a lot of the juice comes out before the veggies do. So it's just easy to strain out. That way the vegetables don't overcook while I'm waiting for it to uh, evaporate. I'm going to shut that off because those are done. I'm actually going to strain them the rest of the way. See, it's just broccoli, carrots, and mushrooms. Nice and hot. Very hot. Sorry. Oh, it'll be done shortly. The chicken's almost done. We have a lion in the house, guys. You hear it? It's actually our cat Meow. She doesn't like any of the other cats at all. And she she growls. Is They just walk by her. So she sounds like a lion. Yeah, about 45 minutes. You just kind of have to check the temperature. Um, you want to check all the way into the filling because that filling's got to be 165 degrees as well. So no, I have a hernia, and sometimes it acts up more than others. It's uh, right above my belly button. It's about that big around, and sometimes it comes out about that much. Um, when it does that, um, it it hurts. So I tried to just kind of push it back in. Um, I think that would make it too runny. You want it to be a thicker consistency, um, because otherwise it's just going to run all over the place. And you want the seasoning by itself. I mean, the packets are deep. Sorry, guys. Got to taste test the food. I mean, make sure it's done and it tastes good, you know. Every good cook tastes his food or their food. Otherwise, how do you know it's seasoned right? How do you know um, it's done all the way? Things like that. You know, if somebody's going to die from somebody's cooking, the cook needs to be the first one. You know what I mean? Yeah. A little bit longer. About 10 more minutes. No, I think you'll like the chicken as well. I'm going to cook it so that it's right at the temperature it needs to be. And I think the cream cheese and the filling is really going to let it be really moist. So I think you'll like it. Okay, um I'll type it out how I did it and send it to you. So yeah, about 10 more minutes, it'll be done. I don't think I'd be able to really do it.
My friend, he does not
Yeah, I mean, you could do it that way. I mean, there's several different ways to do it. This is just the way we saw. You know, make a pocket in the breast and stuff it. But you could tie it up. You could you could do you could wrap them in bacon strips rather than putting the bacon in the filling. Um, you could bread them. There's lots of different ways to be able to do this. I was thinking of doing the breading thing and frying them, but I wanted to be true to this recipe, to how he did it, and see if it works. Oh, okay, yeah. No, they're too thin. I mean, you could. Yeah. Just got to be super careful. I mean, my knife is like razor sharp, as should anybody's knives be. But oh, not really. I mean, if you pocket them right with no holes, there were a couple holes in these ones, and like I said, the filling is really thick. It's almost like a putty consistency. So when it goes in, it like stays there. Maybe I can do that next time. Next weekend. We're almost done. Did Amanda video chat with you or something? Oh, I thought I heard it go off.
No, it's Andrew's friend went to talk to him.
Oh. No, I've never really had it looked at.
I told him he could switch as long as he was sitting right there with me.
Okay.
But he decided not to.
We have some rules for Andrew with his phone and electronics because he loves to sit all day on his phone, on his Xbox, um, things like that. So we have some rules, like Sunday, which is today, is what's called No Electronics Day, and uh, we enforce it quite well. He tries to sneak it. He tries to be on it, and like if we're on the phone or something, and he's back with us or something like that, we're like on an app that he really likes. No, we'll let him on it, but it's while he's there with us and stuff like that, kind of like a family thing. If we're all watching like videos or something like that, but um, yeah, it's good for him to not be on it for at least one full day. Gets his brain kind of on other things, and okay, that one's done. Just another 4 minutes. I just want to make sure they're all done, all up to temperature. One of them wasn't quite up where it should be, but I will take the ones off though that are. I'm gonna call them good. Oh, which one? That one is Boots. He is not quite a year old, and he can be a handful sometimes. Okay, so yes, he does know better. I'm just using the spoon. I don't want to dirty another spoon, so I'm just going to kind of push it onto the plate. I know it looks awkward, but so guys, um, this is actually a good full meal. I know it doesn't look like much on the plate from you guys' perspective, but it actually is a lot. Um, Now, and like I already showed you guys the veggies. These are nice and well done. Mm. Very good teriyaki flavor. And this is, here's the stuffing. Very good. That chicken breast is nicely done. That is really good. Ashley might think it's a little dry, but it's just the texture of the way chicken breast is. It has that almost like chewy consistency. It's not. It's really good. It has that. It's almost like a tacky. That's just how chicken breast is. Mm. The spot where that was right next to the filling is very smooth, very good. So I'm gonna get this back to them if they want to come out and grab it. But yeah, look at that. Nicely seasoned, nicely filled. Very good. Choose whichever one you want. Mhm. Well, guys, this is bacon cheddar ranch stuffed chicken. It took a while to make. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about all the problems I had in the beginning of the stream. Um, like I said, well, I don't know if any of you guys heard me, but I had updated my drivers on my computer. There was a Windows update, and it just kind of messed with some things. And I'm gonna have to figure out get my resolution back up to where it was. It's not super important, but it's just something I'd like to have. And um, other than that, yeah, definitely try this out. Mom, I will type this out as to how I did it. This is really, really good. Um, One thing you want to do is when you make the pocket, get it as close to the edges as possible, um, because the filling really does a lot to the chicken, as in texture-wise. It makes it a lot better, smoother. So yeah. Until next weekend, guys, because I work through the week. But until next weekend, guys, I really appreciate you. Love y'all, and y'all take care.